Hello, welcome at my session, How to Successfully Drive Deployment and Adoption of Microsoft Teams. My name is Paul Keizels. I work for a Dutch consultancy company called Wortel. And I'm going to talk about how to implement Microsoft Teams and which steps you have to take. If you start with Microsoft Teams is the hub for teamwork, so everything comes together there. If you start, you have to have a team that will start and get together to get money and think of the project they will do. So we start with an implementation phase where you first gather the team, your sponsors, your stakeholders, your champions and early adopters. This is called the envisioning. And in the envisioning, you try to get as much money as you can for your teams to get started. If you're ready with that, you have to prioritize the business scenario. So what are you going to do? Are there people that are mailing a lot in your organization or around the project? Well, that's a good start to start with Microsoft Teams. If you have your scenario ready, you go on to the onboarding phase where you look at the complete technical planning, your infrastructure. Is it ready? Do you have enough bandwidth? Do you have your phone works? Do you have your mobiles in order? And if you have that, then you are set for your first pilot. And after the pilot completes, you are going for a broad onboarding. If you have them onboarded, you have to monitor, and with the new Teams Admin Center, it's really easy to do that. So you have to continuously monitor what's happening in your environment. If we look at businesses, it's very important to know where to start. If you're new to Office 365, it's easy to start with Microsoft Teams instead of a company that already has SharePoint in place or Yammer or OneDrive, because you can they don't have the experience before, and the adoption is much easier, because if they are on SharePoint already or other programs, you have to tell them, oh, you can use Microsoft Teams. You don't have to use SharePoint at this moment, or you don't have to mail at this moment. If we look further, we have companies that are already collaborating together. They use SharePoint, Yammer, or OneDrive, and in this situation, you have to look what is the perfect opportunity to roll out Microsoft Teams. You don't want them to completely go over, but you want some projects to go over to Microsoft Teams and start using it. If I go further, some people have a Skype in place. Does it meet all functionality? What are the pros and the cons of the functionality? For example, meetings. Meetings in Microsoft Teams, it's much easier. You can record them, you can watch them back. If you have a recurrent meeting, you can watch back what last week or last recurring meeting was spoken. So, but for other things like calling, there's still a bit of a gap. So you have to look at the pros and the cons if it all meets your requirements. Then, if you have an enterprise organization, you don't want to do a big bang scenario. You have lots of risks, so you have to look at which departments and what teams are there. You want to have one team starting with Microsoft Teams, and you don't want to overlap them. That if you have too many overlaps, it's maybe not the correct department to start your implementation of Microsoft Teams. Then one more is the migration issue. If we have, if we want to migrate, do we want to migrate the chats of Skype, for example, or do we have to migrate SharePoint files? This is all in your governance plan, and you should really take a note of that and think, do I want to start greenfield, or do I really need these chats to come over to Microsoft Teams? If we look at the adoption curve, this is a general adoption curve of adoption, where you start using Microsoft Teams. There are some tech enthusiasts. Maybe you are here now, and you get enthusiastic about Microsoft Teams. And they go to the company, try to talk to the people, and get some pilot in the air. If you're one step further, you will get the visionaries. They look ahead and say, oh, might be that Microsoft Team will work for me. And if they are on board, you get the pragmatics, the people who look, what's in it for me? When can I use this product? And how can I use this product? And in the end, we have the conservatives who look at the practical reason to use Microsoft Teams. And the last ones are the skeptics, the people who say, well, I'm on-premise, I don't want Microsoft Teams, and I don't see the advantage of using Microsoft Teams. Which options do I have in Microsoft Teams? Well, you have teams like the Teams itself. They have a private option, a public option. So you can have a public team which is available for everyone, or a private team. If you have a private team, you can still request to join the team, and you can favorite them or unfavorite them. If you look at your teams and you have several teams, it may be disturbing that you see too many teams. You can unfavorite them or favorite them. Next, in a team, we have a channel. And the channels, you can make a lot of channels. You can favorite them, unfavorite them. And in your governance plan, you have to think, when do we need to create a team, or when do we create a channel? For example, if we have a team department, do we create a team for the department, or do we create a team per channel? And that's, or a department per channel. Yeah. And if you are in a channel, you can start chatting with each other in Teams. And you have, that's a general chat, everybody can join who's in the team. But you can also have a private chat where you can add some people and talk to each other in the chat form. If you upload files in a team, if you do it in a private channel, they will end up in your OneDrive. If you put on the files on your team, they will end up in SharePoint. When we look at the teams, we have several tabs. If you have too many tabs, they will come down under a drop-down, which may not be ideal if you're having an overview. Then we have apps like Trello, Microsoft Teams services. You can add them in your Microsoft Teams environment. So it's all in the same context. You don't have to switch to another application to get the correct app. Then, as last, we have bots. Bots are easy to use when, for example, you want to have a time off or a help desk function. You can add a bot to Microsoft Teams. In Microsoft Teams, there's already a default bot called Who, and you can add it, or it's already added, and you can ask questions about your organization. This is something really helpful to get known with bots, and is default on. If we look at options to create a team, we have an open option and a closed option. The open option is when a user is creating a team, and a user could create a team, a new team, they could create a team based on a template. So, for example, they already have a team called the IT, and they can say, okay, we want to take a template, copy all channels and tabs, and create a new team from them. The content is not copying with it, so it's only the structure. And last but not least, you can create a team from a group. So if you already have an Office 365 group, you can create a team of it. We call it Teamify. Well, I can understand that it may be too much for a user, especially if you're in an enterprise, you want to have more control, or IT wants to have full control. You could use PowerShell to create teams. The only thing you have to know is if you go and create it with PowerShell, most of the business know it will take more than a week or longer to create a team because you have to go to your IT admin, which normally takes a lot of time. But there's a third option, and that's the use of Power Apps and Flow. You could use a Power App to create a flow, to create a form like this one. I created, it's in Dutch, but I created it for a school, and they can request a team, and somebody else can approve the team, and the flow is in the back, is creating the team and the correct channels to get them started with teams. The difference is, compared to PowerShell, it's much faster, and you can have multiple approvers that can do very fast generation of the team. If you think of other things that are within teams, you have to think about deleting. You can delete a team. If you delete a team, the team will be there for 30 days. And after 30 days, it will permanently be deleted. If you have a private team, you can ask to join, and you get pending requests in your team settings. Another one is permissions. Do you want to have people create teams or create channels, add externals? And especially, I didn't even talk about it, if you have externals in your teams, you may want to that they don't create channels, or they cannot start a conversation. You can all do that within the team itself if you're the owner. And another thing is the fun stuff. For example, Giphies. If you are in a serious team, you don't want people to create the Giphies. You can put it to strict. But if you have a team that's just for fun for everybody, you want to have that Giphies. Another good function is the archive function. For example, if a user creates teams and you want to be sure they stay in there, or they have like a test team X, Y, Z, and you think, oh, maybe I can delete it, you could archive it, and if the user comes to you, oh, my team is gone, you can archive it. So it's pretty interesting to use this function as well. Next to that, we have the retention. Retention is, we can say, okay, in the admin center, how long do we need to save the chats in Microsoft Teams, or how long do we have to save the Teams itself? So that's really interesting, and there's coming a lot more. I would suggest that if you want to have a real demo, you go to the Microsoft Teams stand and get the real demo. And there's a great new website for champions. They will have the URL at the booth of the Teams, so you can get all information there. So this was my presentation. I hope you liked it. And if you have questions, please come aside and I will help you.